Ford Motor Factory began its illustrious history in October 1941 as the first Ford vehicle assembly plant in Southeast Asia. During the Malayan Campaign, the factory's modern assembly equipment was used by the Royal Air Force to assemble fighter planes. The planes came in parts that were shipped to Singapore in crates. However, most of these aircraft never fulfilled their destiny of defending Malaya. They were flown out of Singapore towards the end of January 1942, when prospects of Singapore looked bleak. The factory is the site of historic surrender of the British to the Japanese on 15 February 1942, at the end of the Battle of Singapore in World War II. It was here that a meeting between Lieutenant General Arthur Ernest Percival and General Tomiyuki Yamashita was held and the surrender between documents signed.
Okay, we have just received your reply. The Japanese army will consider nothing but unconditional surrender. Reply to us now if our terms are acceptable to you or not, or else we will resume firing in the evening.
Would you please wait till you formally fire on Singapore?
It is impossible. Firstly, why not disarm all British troops here, leaving only about 1,000 men for maintaining peace? Secondly, under no circumstances can we tolerate further British resistance.
I ask that the Nippon Army appropriate with us for attempts to discontinue the attack.
Agreed. What has become of the Nippon citizens in Singapore?
They have all been transferred to India. We're not exactly sure where. The British Army would like to cease fire by 11:30 p.m.
Then it's too late. By 11 p.m. we shall place part of our army in Singapore.
Unless you allow us by 11:30 p.m., I fear I shall not be able to transmit my information to our troops.
11:30 will do. Speaking on the whole, see that your troops remain in their positions and assemble tonight, disarmed at prescribed places. I approve of cessation of hostilities at 10 p.m. After we have finished firing, all the British troops should disarm 1,000 men, whom we shall permit to carry arms to maintain order. You have agreed to the terms, but you have not yet made yourself clear as to whether you have agreed to unconditional surrender or not.
I agree.
If you have accepted our terms, I would like to hear them from your own lips once more.
The British troops will cease fire at 10 p.m. Nippon time.
The British surrender marks the decline of British Empire in Asia and the beginning of Japanese occupation, the darkest period in Singapore's modern history. During the Japanese occupation, the factory was designated as a butai or Japanese facility. Nissan, which was then a prominent Seibatsu or Japanese multinational company, took over the plant to assemble military trucks and other vehicles for Japanese occupying forces. On 12 September 1945 at 11:10 a.m., the Japanese surrender ceremony was held at the Municipal Building of Singapore, which was accepted by Lord Louis Mountbatten. It officially ended the Japanese occupation of Southeast Asia.
The Ford factory resumed operation after the war in 1947 and finally shut down in June 1980. Remains of the factory were gazetted as a national monument on 15 February 2006. The British Prime Minister, Winston Churchill, referred to the event as the worst disaster and largest capitulation in British history. It was also widely seen as a turning point for anti-colonization in Southeast Asia.